Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. We have an app by the name CareersCloud which you can go and download through Play Store. Once you have downloaded the application, you will be able to easily log in using your Gmail ID. Once you have logged in, you will be redirected to this page where you will be getting this UI and there will be option for home, all courses, my courses and doubt section. On this application, you will be getting multiple PDFs, multiple content on daily basis that will be enhancing your learning. Our first segment is daily current affairs. We make sure to provide you current affairs on daily basis in both English as well as in Hindi content. The PDFs for the same are uploaded on our application, and apart from this, we also make sure to provide you with quizzes that will help you to revise the content after you have gone through the PDF. Next comes our weekly content. The content is also provided in both English as well as in Hindi, and here we also make sure to provide you quiz also of that past week's current affairs that will be enhancing your learning, as it is a compilation of the important topics, important MCQ questions for the last week. Similar for the monthly, the PDFs are very important. They provide you insights of various topics, as well as we also make sure to provide you the quiz of monthly questions that are very important for learning. Next, we also provide you with important PIB articles on daily basis so that you can go through these articles and have an insight about that particular topic. Not just this, we also make sure to provide you important events that are happening globally and make sure to give you the right analysis. One of the most important segment of our application is that we make sure to provide you with the correct exam analysis. When you are having exam, we make sure to provide you with the previous year questions so that the student can go through the exam pattern and the syllabus and can prepare the exam accordingly based on the pattern. After the exam, we also make sure to provide you with the exam analysis. Then for the students who are preparing for state exams, they will be also beneficial here, as we make sure to provide with state-wise current affairs for them. Apart from this, we also make sure to cover the topic-wise current affairs such as your national affairs, government schemes, international affairs, banking and finance, economy and businesses, as these are the topics from which the examiner definitely asks the question, and these are covered on the monthly basis. So friends, do check our application. It will be a one-stop solution for learning. Apart from this, friends, CareersCloud is hiring. We are looking for candidates for subject matter experts in quants, reasoning and English, and also we are looking for a content creator for current affairs topic on daily basis, weekly basis and monthly basis. There is also an opening for a person who can translate the English content into Hindi. If you want to apply, you can scan the code here for further details, or you can go to the description and click the link below. These positions are available both in full-time and freelance for serious candidates. Hello everyone, so in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for 19th of April. Session will be quite interesting and important, so do pay attention till the end. Let's start. First is, Finance Ministry has notified the new FDI limit for satellite related activities under FEMA. Now what is FEMA? FEMA stands for Foreign Exchange Management Act, and it was, remember, this is an act of parliament, correct, and it is to consolidate and amend the laws that are related to the foreign exchange, right? And recently the question here is, the information that we are saying is that Finance Ministry, they have notified the new FDI limit, that is foreign direct investment limit has been notified, right? And the new rules will be known as the Foreign Exchange Management Act of 2024, right? And this is the third amendment. This is the third amendment of this FEMA. And these new rules, they will be coming into effect from 16th of April 2024, right? Take a note of this. And if we talk about further here, remember, under this amended FDI policy, 100% FDI is allowed in the space sector. Important information, 100% FDI is allowed in the space sector, right? Take a note of this. This is very important point. That question can be asked, that 100% FDI is allowed in which sector under the new FEMA 2024 third amendment of that was amended recently. So 100% FDI is allowed in the space sector, correct? Here you can see Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi approved an amendment in FDI policy for space sector, and 100% FDI is allowed in space sector. Very important point. Next, as per the amended FDI policy, the satellite subsector has been categorized into 3 different activities. And if we further talk about this, for manufacturing of components and systems or subsystems for satellites, ground segment and user segment, up to 100% FDI is allowed under the automatic route. And for satellites manufacturing and operation, satellite data products, ground segment and user segment, up to 75% FDI is allowed under the automatic route, and over 74% will require government approval. Right? Next, this is an important question, friends, so do take a note of it. What are the total number of APAs signed in FY24? What is an APA? APA stands for Advanced Pricing Agreements. So recently CBDT, that is Central Board of Direct Taxes, they have signed a record number of 125 APAs in FY24. Correct? Take a note of this. Now, what are these advanced pricing agreements? Remember, these advanced pricing agreements, there are of 3 types. First is your unilateral, that involves the taxpayer and the tax authority of that country. Second is a bilateral agreement, that is between the taxpayer, the tax authority of their country, the associated enterprise of a foreign country, and the tax authority of that foreign country. And third type is your multilateral, that involve multiple entities. Right? And what are these advanced pricing agreements? The aim here is to prevent the double taxation for the taxpayers, and also to streamline the tax procedure so that more foreign investment can be attracted towards our country. So what is the basic aim of this APAs? To prevent double taxation. Right? This APA. So we just saw that CBDT, they have signed a record 125 APAs, advanced pricing agreements. If we talk about unilateral, 86 unilateral APAs were signed in FY24. 39 bilateral APAs were signed in FY24, and 95 APAs were signed in fiscal year 23, and in fiscal year 24 a record 125 advanced price agreements were signed. Right? Take a note of this. Apart from this, FY24, they also saw the highest number of bilateral advanced pricing agreements, right? And they are with countries such as Australia, Canada, Denmark, Japan, Singapore, UK, and United States of America. Correct? Further, if we talk about this marks a 31% increase from 95 APAs that we saw in fiscal year 23, and the highest number of APAs signed in any financial year since their inception, bringing the total 641, comprising of 506 UAPAs and 135 BAPAs. UAPAs is your unilateral advanced pricing agreements, and BAPAs is your bilateral advanced pricing agreements. Correct? Also here you can see FY24 saw the highest number of bilateral advanced pricing agreements with these countries we just saw. Then if we talk about CBDT, what is CBDT? Central Board of Direct Taxes, right? This is a statutory body. This is a statutory body that enforces your direct tax laws, in India. Then this CBDT, this is a part of Department of Revenue that comes under the Ministry of Finance. This CBDT was established in 1963. And this CBDT, it is made up of a chairman and 6 members who are selected through IRS, that is Indian Revenue Service. Correct? And apart from this, CBDT's primary function is to enforce direct laws. It is for collecting tax on income and capital gains, framing various policies and procedures that are related to direct taxation, and so on. Right? Then who is the chairman of CBDT? Nitin Gupta is the chairman of CBDT. And we just saw this comes under which ministry? It comes under the Ministry of Finance. Next is also important question, friends. Government of India, they have recently formed a panel, and this panel was formed by Government of India in order to promote the laws for efficient mining of the critical minerals. What are these critical minerals? These are those minerals
that are necessary for the development of our nation, for the economic development of our nation. These minerals include, basically government has provided a list of 30 important critical minerals that include such as your silicon, potassium, cadmium, selenium, nickel, correct, graphite, bismuth, and so on. So recently Government of India, they formed a panel to promote laws for efficient mining of critical minerals, and this panel will be headed by whom? So Vijay Kumar Saraswat will be heading this panel that will be promoting laws for efficient mining of critical minerals. If we talk about Vijay Kumar Saraswat, he is a member of Niti Aayog, correct, and the main objective of this panel is basically to provide various measures and cost effective and scientific methods that will help us to mine minerals such as your copper, gold, and diamond. Further, if we talk about Rakesh Mohan is on the World Bank's group's economic advisory panel. I repeat, he is on the economic advisory panel of the World Bank group. If we talk about Rajiv Gauba, he has been appointed as the chairman of the committee that was set up to promote the rights of queer. That means he will be on the committee. He is the chairman of that committee that will be working towards that the queer committee, so that they are not discriminated, there is no violence against them, and their rights are also met. If we talk about PR Srijesh and Camilla Karam, they were appointed as the co-chair of the new FIH Athletes Committee, that is Hockey Federation's Athlete Committee. They were appointed here as the co-chairs, correct? Then apart from this, friends, we just saw what will be the main aim of this panel. The main aim of this panel will be to promote laws, to define scientific ways that will be cost effective for mining of these minerals, right? And apart from this, also remember recently GSI, that is your Geographical Survey of India, in 2023 they have discovered around 5.9 million tons of lithium reserves, right? They were discovered in the areas of Jammu and Kashmir. And in Jammu and Kashmir too, where were they discovered? Salal Haimana. In Salal Haimana area of Jammu and Kashmir, these lithium reserves that are worth 5.9 million tons were discovered in 2023, correct? And remember, lithium, this plays a critical role in the manufacturing of the batteries of electric vehicles. Next, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare notified specification of which new product fertilizer to be manufactured by IFFCO. Tell me, recently Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, they notified the specifications of which new product to be manufactured by IFFCO. So which is that new product that we are talking about? So it is your Nano Urea Plus. Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, they've notified new specification of this new product, that is Nano Urea Plus. This is also known as Nano Urea Liquid 16, that is Nano Urea Plus, right? This new fertilizers for these new specification were provided by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. They were provided to whom? They were provided to IFFCO. They were provided to IFFCO, right? And here IFFCO will be manufacturing this new fertilizer for a period of 3 years that will be starting from 15th of April 2024, right? Take a note of this. Here you can see Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, they notified new specification of this new product Nano Urea Liquid 16, that is Nano Urea Plus, that will be manufactured by IFFCO. In India only this will be manufactured for a period of 3 years with effect from 15th of April 2024, right? This 16 here means that this Nano Urea, this has 16% nitrogen, correct? I repeat, this 16 here means that this liquid form has 16% nitrogen content, right? and pH is the potential of hydrogen value is between 4 to 8.5 and viscosity of 5 to 30. Right, this pH value determines us about the acidity and basic level. Then this nano urea plus commercial production will start at IFFCO's Kalol plant, that is in Gujarat, Anola and Fulpur in UP, that is Uttar Pradesh. Correct. This nano urea plus, this is an advanced formulation of nano urea, and this is basically to meet the nitrogen requirements for growing the crops. Then further, if we talk about nano DAP, what is this nano DAP? This DAP here stands for diammonium phosphate. Right, this nano DAP, this is a liquid fertilizer that contains nano particles of diammonium phosphate, that is DAP, and this is a rich source of nitrogen and phosphorus. Correct, and this is a specialized form. This nano DAP is a specialized form of diammonium phosphate that is basically designed to improve the fertilizer's effectiveness. Apart from this, remember this nano DAP will be also developed by IFFCO only, and this will be soon available for the farmers, and this is cheaper than the conventional DAP that is available to it. Right, this nano DAP is just available for 600 rupees, correct, for one bottle. Whereas if we talk about the conventional DAP, one bag of the DAP used to cost 1350 rupees for one bag. Right. Then if we talk about nano urea, remember, this is the world's first nano fertilizer that has been notified by the Fertilizer Control Order of 1985. Correct, and recently it was nano urea plus. This is a 16, this contains nano urea plus. Remember, new specification by the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare was given. It was given to IFFCO because IFFCO will be manufacturing this for the next 3 years starting from 15th of April, and this nano urea plus, this contains 16% nitrogen. Right, moving on. Next is Tirangi Barfi. This is a GI product from which state? So Tirangi Barfi, this is a GI product from which state? Tell me. Tirangi Barfi, this is the GI tag from UP, that is Uttar Pradesh. Correct. Recently 30 new products of UP recently got GI tag. Which are these products? Let me show you first. Banaras Tirangi Barfi, this is under foodstuff category. If we talk about Banaras Tirangi Barfi, Banaras Lal Peda and Jaunpur Imarti, these are the products that recently got the GI tag for foodstuff. Next, if we talk about handicraft products, Banaras Metal Casting Craft, Lakhimpur Kheri Tharu Embroidery, Bareilly Furniture, Bareilly Zardoji Craft, Filkuwa Home Furnishing, Banarsi Tabla, Banaras Shehnai, Banaras Mural Painting. These are the handicraft products that recently got the GI tag. Then, if we talk about agriculture, Chiraegaon Karonda of Varanasi got the GI tag. Banaras Lal Bharwa Mirch, that is the red chili, red pickle chili, they got the GI tag. So these are the products from agriculture, these are from handicraft products, and these are your food stuff. So a total of 13 products recently got the GI tag. Right, then the total number of GI tag from UP stands at 75 now. Right, and UP became the state with the most number of GI tags in India. Most number of GI tag products in India. Which is at the second position now? It is Tamil Nadu that stands at second position with 58 GI tag products. Right, take a note of this. So coming back, we can see Tirangi Barfi, this is the GI tag. This is the product that got the GI tag from UP. Right, UP has a total of how many GI tags now? GI products 75. Tamil Nadu is having 58 products. It stands at second position and UP stands at first position. Then tell me, where is the headquarter of GI registry, that is Geographical Indication Registry? It is headquartered in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Next, moving on. Next is BEL, that is Bharat Electronics Limited. They signed a memorandum of understanding with which organization for cooperation in research and technology, product development in domains such as semiconductor, quantum technologies and drones. So BEL, they have signed a memorandum of understanding with IIT Mandi. Take a note of this, important, right? IIT Mandi, where is it? It is in Himachal Pradesh, correct? And this is for cooperation in doing research and technology development, product development in sectors such as semiconductors, quantum technologies, developing drones and so on, correct? Mark this, important. Then if we talk about IIT Patna, they have partnered with SJVN and they partnered here to improve the tunneling project performance, to improve the tunneling project performance using advanced geological models. So it was IIT Patna that partnered with SJV, and that is Satluj Jal Vidyut Nigam Limited, right? Then IIT Delhi, they have partnered with whom? They also partnered with BEL, and here this IIT Delhi, they signed this MOU with BEL in order to transform the deep tech research into product for their Indian Navy, right? That means to do research for the products, for the technologies for the Indian Navy. And if we talk about IIT Bhubaneswar, they have partnered with IREDA and their partnership was for clean energy innovation. So I repeat once again, if we are talking about BEL, they signed this MOU with which organization or which IIT in order to do research and development in and product development in semiconductor, quantum technologies and drones. It will be IIT Mandi. Then BEL, they also signed an MOU with IIT Delhi to do research and development for their Indian Navy products, right, or for Indian Navy technology. Then IIT Patna, they partnered with SJVN for tunneling projects so that their geological models can be enhanced. Advanced geological models can be used for the tunneling projects. And IIT Bhubaneswar, they partnered with IREDA for clean energy innovation. Take a note of this, important. Then if we talk about BEL, here you can see Bharat Electronics Limited. This is a Navratna Defense Public Sector Undertaking. This comes under the Ministry of Defense, right? And remember, IIT Mandi, this is a research university and it is one of the 8 new second generation of IITs. Next, important friends, take a note of it. Dust Lake. Dust Lake, this is a joint military exercise. This was held between India and which country? It was between India and Uzbekistan. Then this was the 5th edition of this exercise. Now, this exercise, where was this held? Location is important. So this was held in Termez district of the Republic of Uzbekistan. So we can say in Uzbekistan this exercise was held. That is the 5th edition of Dust Lake exercise. This was held from 15 to 18th of April. 15 to 28th of April this exercise was held in 2024. We are talking about the 5th edition. Correct? Take a note of this. Now if we talk about the 4th edition of this exercise, the 4th edition of this exercise was held between India, obviously between India and Uzbekistan only, right? It was held in 2023, right? And what is the location where this exercise was held? That was held in Pithoragarh in Uttarakhand, right? In Uttarakhand state of, that means in country asked India, if state asked Uttarakhand state of India. 3rd edition of this Dust Lake, 4th edition of this Dust Lake exercise was held in India in 2023. Right. Then if we talk about the 1st edition of this Dust Lake exercise, the 1st edition of this Dust Lake exercise held between India and Uzbekistan in the year 2019, in November month of 2019. Then from Indian Air Force, we can see here that more than 45 personals from Indian Army took part in this exercise and 15 personals from Indian Air Force took part in this exercise. And from Uzbekistan, a total of 100 personals took part in this exercise. Right. Apart from this, if we talk about exercise between India and Saudi Arabia, the exercise is named as Sada Tansik. Sada Tansik. This is the name of the exercise, right? Then if we talk about between India and Japan, the exercise named is Dharma Guardian. Dharma Guardian, right? And if we talk about exercise between India and UK, this is named as Ajaya Warrior. Ajaya Warrior, right? Take a note of this fast. for Sadar Tansik exercise held between Saudi Arabia and India. The first ever edition between India and Saudi Arabia was held in 2024 only. This was the inaugural edition of exercise held between 29th of Jan to 10th of Feb. What is the location where this exercise was held? The location being Rajasthan. Rajasthan, India, this exercise was held, and this was the first ever edition of this exercise. Then if we talk about Dharma Guardian. Dharma Guardian, this is an exercise between India and Japan, and this was the 5th edition that was happened in 2024 recently. Right? If we talk about the first edition of Dharma Guardian, in which year did it took place? So Dharma Guardian first edition took place in 2018 for Dharma Guardian. Then if we talk about Ajaya Warrior. Ajaya Warrior. What was the first time this or the first edition of this exercise took place when? First edition of Ajaya Warrior. So the first edition of Ajaya Warrior took place when? Between India and UK. This was held for the first time in 2013. Right? The first military training of Ajay Warrior took place in 2013. And what is the latest edition of Ajay Warrior that took place recently? So the latest edition of Ajay Warrior is the 7th edition. That is the 7th edition that recently took place in the year 2023. Ajay Warrior between India and UK. Right? And for Dustlik, we saw Dustlik, it is held between India and Uzbekistan, and this was the 5th edition of Dustlik exercise. Moving on. Next, which organization sets up committee to transform GIFT City into climate finance hub? It is IFSCA. Right? IFSCA, this is the organization that has recently set up a committee to transform GIFT City, that is in Gandhinagar, Gujarat, to transform it into a climate finance hub. This committee is expected to submit their report to the government by the end of May 2024. If we talk about IFSCA, it is International Financial Centers Authority. Right? Take a note of this. Then remember, this IFSCA, this organization, they have set up this committee and they are set to launch the climate finance products. Right? They will be launching these climate finance products from GIFT City, and this could be an alternate investment fund, transition bond, insurance, etc. And apart from the banks and bond market, more climate funds are scheduled to be launched from this GIFT City. Right? Take a note of this. Correct? Apart from this, if we talk about IFSCA, who is the chairman of IFSCA? K. Rajaraman. Headquarter of IFSCA is in GIFT City, Gandhinagar, Gujarat, and this IFSCA was established in 2020. Further, if we talk about here you can see IFSCA, they constituted a standing committee to prepare a framework for launching climate finance products. Right? Take a note of this. And apart from this, Bank of GIFT City, they have already set aside 5% of the credit for these green and climate sustainable related projects. Correct? Then if we further talk about SEBI, right? If we further talk about SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India, this is a statutory body and it was established as a statutory body in 1992. Right? Take a note of this. Who is the chairman of SEBI? Madhabi Puri Bak. If we talk about IRDAI, when was IRDAI established? IRDAI was established it was established in 1999. IRDAI stands for Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. Who is the chairman of IRDAI? Chairman of IRDAI. So here Debashish Pandaji is the current chairman of IRDAI. Then if we talk about RBI, Reserve Bank of India, who is the governor of RBI? Shaktikant Das. When was RBI established? Tell me the date when RBI was established. So RBI was established on the recommendations of Hilton Young Commission, and RBI was established when? What is the day when RBI was established? Exact date I want. RBI exact date of establishment. It was established on 1st of April 1935. So take a note of this, right? Then if we talk about GIFT City, GIFT City. What does GIFT City stands for? Where is GIFT City located? These are the important questions. So first of all, remember GIFT City stands for Gujarat International Finance Tech City, right? This is a business district that has been constructed in the Ahmedabad district of Gujarat, right? And if we talk about here, multiple finance related operations will be carried out from GIFT City. And where is it? It is in Gujarat. GIFT City, where is it? It is in Gujarat. Location is important. Take a note of it. Moving on. Next, India GDP to grow by how much percent in FY25 according to the data released by PHDCCI. So according to the data released by PHDCCI, India's GDP will be growing by how much percent? So PHDCCI, they are expecting that India will be growing by 8 to 8.3% in FY24, right? And this is forecasted that India's GDP will be $34.7 trillion by 2047 as per the capital income of 21,000 US dollar, right? Take a note of this. I repeat, PHDCCI, that is the PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry, in their report they released, that is Viksit Bharat at 2047. Why 2047 only? Because in 2047 100 years of independence will be completed, right? And it is projected, right, that Indian economy to grow by 8 to 8.3% in FY24, and India will be having a GDP of or a total of $34.7 trillion by 2047, and the target here is to reach $7 trillion mark by 2030 and $34.7 trillion mark by 2047. Correct? Take a note of this, important. Apart from this, if we discuss here Asian Development Bank, they projected that India will be growing by 7% in fiscal year 25. For 6.1%, this was projected by Moody's Analytics that India will be growing by this much in 2024. Then for 6.8%, International Monetary Fund headquartered in Washington DC, and for IMF, they has raised the India's GDP growth projection by 30 basis point, that is by 0.3% to 6.8% for FY25. And recently, Kristalina Georgieva was re-elected as the Director General of International Monetary Fund for the second term, and each term here is of 5 years. Right? So India's GDP to grow by how much percent in FY25 according to the data released by PHDCCI. So India's GDP is expected to grow by 8 to 8.3% as per PHDCCI. Correct? And the main aim here is as India will be achieving 100 years of independence in 2047. So this report is Viksit Bharat at 2047. This projects that Indian economy will be growing between this percent, and by 2047 we will be having a GDP of $34.7 trillion by 2047, and India's aim is to achieve $7 trillion by 2030. Here remember, agriculture share, manufacturing and infrastructure development, these are some of the sectors they will be providing a huge boom to the India's GDP growth. Correct? And also remember, by 2047 our data also suggested that the internet usage is expected to reach 82% by 2047. This internet usage currently in 2024 is just 42%, and it is expected to reach 82% in 2047. Right? Also one more thing, India's trade that specifically the export is expected to touch $10 trillion by 2047. Correct. Moving on. IIT Kanpur joined hands with which organization to accelerate healthcare innovation? So IIT Kanpur, they have partnered with which organization in order to accelerate the healthcare innovation? It is Blockchain for Impact, right? Blockchain for Impact. So IIT Kanpur, they partnered with BFI, that is Blockchain for Impact. This is a foundation that is in Bengaluru, Karnataka, right? And under this partnership, we will be seeing innovation in the and advancement in the healthcare sector. Correct. Apart from this, if we talk about Antara Senior Care, right here, this Antara Senior Care, they have signed an MOU, and this MOU was with IIT Delhi, and it was to design innovative mobility solutions for the seniors. So for mobility solutions for seniors, here Antara Senior Care, they have signed this MOU with IIT Delhi. If we talk about Max Healthcare, they signed this MOU with IIT Bombay, right? And it was for research and innovation in the healthcare industry. Between Max Healthcare and IIT Bombay, this MOU was signed. And if we talk about IIT Kanpur, they have signed this MOU with Conless Global, right? They have signed this MOU with Conless Global, and this is for licensing of the new innovative technology that will promote bone healing. So direct question can be asked for promoting new technology for promoting for bone healing. Which IIT signed an MOU with Conless Global? It is IIT Kanpur. For mobility solutions for seniors, which IIT signed an MOU with Antara Senior Care? It is IIT Delhi. Then Max Healthcare, they signed an MOU with which organization to improve the healthcare industry? It is IIT Bombay. And IIT Kanpur, they joined with hands with which organization to accelerate the healthcare innovation? It is Blockchain for Impact, that is BFI. Right, this BFI we have discussed. This is a startup incubation. This Blockchain for Impact, right? This is an IIT Kanpur startup incubation and innovation center, right? And this BFI will be have partnered with IIT Kanpur, and IIT Kanpur is in Uttar Pradesh. Correct. BFI, where is it? It is in BFI, where is it in? It is in Bengaluru, Karnataka. Correct. Further, remember this Blockchain for Impact, IIT Kanpur, and SIIC that we just saw, that is Startup Incubation and Innovation Center, that is at IIT Kanpur, right? They have partnered together, and as a partnership, BFI, this will support IIT Kanpur in promoting their entrepreneurship activities and basically promoting here entrepreneurship at IIT Kanpur with the help of their SIIC. Correct. And also BFI, they have allocated over $150,000 across various sectors for developing various programs that are specifically related to healthcare, and this amount will be utilized in the next 3 years to develop various healthcare focused products at IIT's SIIC. And here this will also be promoting your entrepreneurship in these institutes. So here you can see IIT Kanpur of UP, they have partnered with BFI, that is in Bengaluru, Karnataka, for developing healthcare innovative products in India. Moving on, BNP Paribas to buy Fosun's 9% stake in Belgian insurer Aegis for about 730 million euros. I repeat, BNP Paribas, that is the largest bank in the Eurozone, has agreed to acquire 9% shareholding in Belgian insurer Aegis for China's Fosun Group for about 730 million euros. And BNP Paribas Cardiff, the insurance division of BNP Paribas Financial Group, spearheads the acquisition. With this, BNP Paribas will become the largest shareholder of Aegis. Next is DRDO chairman has inaugurated Space, a testing hub for sonar systems for Indian Navy in the state of Kerala. So I repeat, Dr. S.V. Kamath, who is the Secretary of the Department of Defense and Chairman of DRDO, has inaugurated Space. What does Space stands for? Submersible Platform for Acoustic characterization and evaluation. This is the full form of space. You need to remember it, right? This space platform, correct, was inaugurated by DRDO chairman Dr. Samir V. Kamath, right? And they have also inaugurated a testing hub for sonar system for acoustic, this Indian Navy in Kerala, correct? And remember, this space only is this testing hub for sonar system. Take a note of this. Direct question can be asked to you regarding this. If we talk about this, here you can see this space facility has been designed as a premier testing and evaluation hub for sonar systems, specifically for various platforms of Indian Navy such as ships, submarines and helicopters. This was established by Naval Physical and Oceanographic Laboratory of DRDO, and the facility will consist of two different assemblies, a platform which floats on water surface and submersible platform that can be lowered up to a depth of 100 meter using winch system. So coming back here, you can see this sonar system will be tested here, correct? A new testing hub for sonar system for Indian Navy. Where it is located? It is located in the Idukki district of Kerala. Take a note of this. And DRDO chairman has inaugurated this space. Moving on, what is the name of Aditya Birla Capital's fintech application that was recently launched? So what is the name of that application? The name of the application, fintech application. Fintech stands for finance technology application of Aditya Birla Capital. What is it? It is ABCD. It is ABCD. That is Aditya Birla Capital Digital, right? This is a D2C, that is direct to consumer fintech application, Aditya Birla Capital Digital, and this offers various financial products on a single platform, correct? This D2C application has 22 products and services that include your UPI facility, multi-account payment system, loans, insurances, and various other analytic tools. If we talk about ZeroPay, this is the new startup that has been launched by Ashneer Grover, correct? And this is a fintech application that is for medical loans. Then if we talk about IndusInd Bank, they have launched a super application that aims to add 1 crore customers in the 3 years. And what is the name of this application? That is Indi. That is Indi, launched by IndusInd Bank. Then remember Iris. Iris is the all-in-one mobile application launched by Yes Bank. Indi is of IndusInd Bank. Iris is of Yes Bank. ABCD launched by Aditya Birla Capital, right? This is their fintech application. And ZeroPay, this is a new startup for medical loans launched by Ashneer Grover. So here you can see Aditya Birla Capital launched ABCD fintech application. Next, 2024 Asian Wrestling Championship was held where? So recently 2024 Asian Wrestling Championship was held in what location? So it was held in Kyrgyzstan. It was held in Kyrgyzstan. It was from 11th to 16th of April, right? It was held in Kyrgyzstan. Then Indian wrestlers, here they won a total of 9 medals, that is 4 silver medals and 5 bronze medals. If we look at the winners here, you can see, if we are talking about silver medal, Udit in freestyles 57 kg, Radhika in women's 68 kg, Anju in women's 53 kg, Harshita in the women's 72 kg category has won silver medal. If we talk about 5 bronze medals, Abhimanyu in men's freestyle 70 kg, Vicky in men's freestyle 97 kg, Shivani Power in women's 50 kg category, Antim in women's 65 kg and Manisha in the women's 62 kg category has won bronze medal, right? Apart from this, if we talk about here, you can see Indian wrestlers won a total of 9 medals in the Asian Wrestling Championship Seniors 2024 held in Kyrgyzstan. Further, if we talk about this only, in 2024 Badminton Asia Championship that was held where? So this Badminton Asia Championship was held in Ningbo, that is in China, right? It was from 9 to 14th of April. This Badminton Asia Championship was held. Then if we talk about Asian Weightlifting Championship, where was it held? It was held in Uzbekistan. Weightlifting Championship. Asian Weightlifting Championship was held in Uzbekistan and it was from 3rd to 10th of Feb. Then remember Asian Shotgun Championship was held in Kuwait. In Kuwait, we saw the observance of Asian Shotgun Championship, right? It was held in the Kuwait. Take a note of this. Correct? So coming back, one more thing remember here. This India has won a total of how many medals? So India has won a total of 9 medals. And then if we talk about the ranking here, if we talk about the ranking, Iran was in the Greco-Roman, Kyrgyzstan and Japan. In men's freestyle, Iran was on top position, then Japan and then Kyrgyzstan. And if we talk about the women wrestling, Japan on the first position, China and then Mongolia on the third position. If we talk about India, India was in Greco-Roman ranking, India was ranked 11th. Right? Then if we talk about in men's freestyle, India was ranked 7th. And if we talk about women wrestling, India was ranked 4th. Right? So take a note of this also. Next remember International Day for Monuments and Sites observed on 18th of April. Right, this International Day for Monuments and Sites, also known as World Heritage Day, observed across the globe on 18th of April to encourage local communities and individuals across the world to recognize the significance of cultural heritage in their lives, identities and communities. Correct? The theme for this day you need to remember here is disasters and conflicts through the lens of the Venice Charter. Correct? So friends, these are your important days for the day. Important current affairs for the day. Now let's move to your important segment, that is your one-liners. Finance Ministry has notified a new FDI limit for satellite related activities under FEMA. CBDT signed a record number of 125 advanced pricing agreements in FY24. Government has formed a panel to promote laws for efficient mining of critical minerals. Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare notified specification of IFCO's Nano Urea Plus. UP's 13 product including Tirangi Barfi and Banaras Metal Casting Craft got the GI tag. And on first position it is UP, then Tamil Nadu is on the second position in terms of the number of GI tags. Then BEL signed an MOU with IIT Mandi for cooperation in various fields. Exercise Dust Lake, that is between India and Uzbekistan, it is to strengthen the bilateral relations, were held, and this was the 5th edition of this exercise held recently. IFSCA constituted committee to transform GIFT City into climate finance hub. India's economy to grow between 8 to 8.3% in FY24 as per PhD CCI. IIT Kanpur and BFI, they have partnered to accelerate healthcare innovation in India. BNP Paribas to buy Fosson's 9% stake in Belgian insurer Aegis for 730 million euros. DRDO chairman inaugurated Space, a testing hub for sonar systems for the Indian Navy in Idukki district of Kerala. Then Aditya Birla Capital, they have launched ABCD FinTech application. And India has won 9 medals, 4 silver, 5 bronze in the Asian Wrestling Championship 2024 and International Day for Monuments and Sites observed on 18th of April. These are your important current affairs for the day, friends. Now, let's move to some revision part that will be very beneficial for your learning. Next, name the individual life insurance plan that was recently launched by the Life Insurance Corporation of India. It is LIC Index Plus. Right? LIC Index Plus is the life insurance plan that was launched by LIC recently. The plan offers a combination of life insurance coverage and saving throughout the policy's duration, and this plan will be available for purchase from 6th of Feb 2024. Next, which of the following fintech startup or software as a service provider were recently received RBI approval to act as a payment aggregator? So, which of the following received the approval from RBI to act as a payment aggregator? So, all 3 of them. JustPay Technologies Private Limited, TechFin Tech Private Limited and Zoho Payment Technologies Limited. All 3 of them will be acting as a payment aggregator and they got the approval from RBI. Next, which company has recently received the approval from the RBI to set up wholly owned subsidiary in the International Financial Service Center situated in GIFT City? It is IREDA, Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency Limited. Right, they received the approval from RBI to set up their wholly owned subsidiary in IFSC that is situated in Gandhinagar, GIFT City. This new subsidiary will serve as an offshore platform for securing competitive funding to push the growth of the renewable energy sector. Name the bank that has recently raised $300 million through its first ever sustainable finance bond issuance. Which is that bank? It is HDFC Bank. Right? They have recently raised $300 million through their first ever sustainable finance bond issuance, right? And the worth is $300 million. And in addition to this $300 million bond, it also raised $450 million through senior unsecured 5-year dollar bond with an interest rate of 5.18%. And here for this amount percent, 5.18 is for $450 million, and for $300 million the interest rate is 5.196%. And here the maturity period is 3 years. Here the maturity period is 5 years. Next, which bank has recently signed an MOU with WDRA, that is Warehousing Development Regulatory Authority, to facilitate low interest rate loans to farmers and traders? It is Punjab and Sindh Bank, right? WDRA, they signed an MOU with Punjab and Sindh Bank to facilitate low interest rate loans to farmers and traders. Next, name the bank that has recently partnered with LayRemit to enable cross-border transactions for MSMEs. So, which is that bank that has partnered with LayRemit to enable cross-border transaction for MSMEs? Which is it? It is Yes Bank, right? Next, which company has recently partnered with Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation to offer financial support and technological resources to fast-growing climate technology firm? It is GCP, that is your Google Cloud platform, correct? So Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation, that is HSBC, they have partnered with GCP, right? And it is to offer financial support and technological resources in the fast-growing climate technology firm. And HSBC here will be funding $1 billion to climate tech companies that will be selected by Google through their Google Cloud Ready sustainability program by 2030. Next is your homework section. First, recently which organization has developed carbon-carbon nozzle for rocket engine? We did this question. Second, according to IMF, what is the GDP growth projection for India for FY 24-25? Third, ISRO has decided to achieve debris-free space by which year? And fourth, what is Gaia BH3 that has been seen in news recently? Fifth, DRDO organized the first international workshop on emerging technologies and challenges for exoskeleton at which place? So these are your 5 homework question, friends, and I need to see maximum participation from all the students watching this video.
That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. Also, students, you can use code Vikas10 that will give you extra 10% discount on the courses that you will purchase.